What's up guys, we're going to be going through the best WNBA player props on PrizePicks today. Now I did want to show you the results from the other day's picks from my exclusive Discord group, and as you guys see we actually got 15 picks correct, which was absolutely insane. Now a lot of you comment wanting to see how many I got wrong, and I thought I'd show you in today's video. We only got one pick wrong and got 15 right, which is a 95% win rate. Yes guys, you heard that right, 95% win rate. So we're on a huge hot streak, but if you want to get a 95% win rate and get 15 picks right like me, win more bets or receive the best picks from some of the best bettors in the world for less than a cup of coffee, you can access the exclusive Discord and meet some of the best sport bettors in the game by joining my Patreon, which will be linked down below in the description. Once you join, you'll have complete access to the Discord and can start winning more bets today. So make sure to join my Patreon using the link in the description. And here's one of our members who just signed up and won himself $300 just yesterday, and another member who won $125 for the 5th day in a row since joining my Discord. So guys, if you want to win big money like our members, the link will be in the description, so go join the Patreon to have access to the Discord group, and I will be continuing to upload every single day on this channel the best bets and props, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my daily upload. Alright, so let's get straight into the first pick, and when it comes to these picks, I'm not saying to chuck all of them into a parlay and hope for the best. Pick and choose the ones that you like and the ones that work best for you. So first pick we're going to be talking about is Aari McDonald for 5 assists, and this one is for less. Now look at Aari McDonald, we've actually seen her going the under in 2 out of the last 5 games, which is fantastic to see, and they do face off against none other than Minnesota Lynx. Now there is only one game in the WNBA today. However, when it comes to Minnesota Lynx, as we all know, when it comes to assists allowed, they do actually rank first. And because of that, we do like the under for this situation here, due to the fact that Minnesota Lynx not only do rank very high, but on top of that, they also do a very good job at restricting assists to the guard position. So we definitely see that being a big plus when it comes to having this likelihood go on the under here. When we look at her average over the last 5, yes, it is 5.8, but there was an outlier game against Phoenix where she did have a 10 assists, but we think that's a little bit of an outlier. Now that they have bumped up the line, now we see a lot more value going on the under here, and we are going to be sticking to it there. So because of those reasons, this one's a no-brainer to us. So Aari McDonald, 5 assists for less, I think is a great pick. Again, to the next one, we're going to be talking about Courtney Williams. Now, as you all know, Courtney Williams, great player, and this one is for points and rebounds for 18.5, and this one is for less. Now look at Courtney Williams, they're actually going the under in 4 out of the last 5 games, which is great to see, and they do face off against Los Angeles Sparks. Now, as you all know, when it comes to Los Angeles Sparks, they do actually rank when it comes to points allowed 10th, and on top of that, when it comes to rebounds allowed, the Los Angeles Sparks do rank 4th. So a little bit higher in that rebounding category, and we definitely see that being enough to see someone like Courtney Williams go on the under here. On top of that, we have seen Courtney Williams' usage rate in both departments heavily dip in a lot of situations here. Her average over the last 5 is also only 14, which is significantly under this line. So we have seen her usage rate decrease, and we think that's definitely going to be taken into consideration coming into this game. When we also look at what the bookies are saying, the bookies also have her favorite for the under as well, which we think points towards the under as well for someone like Courtney Williams. So we are sticking to what the bookies are saying there and are sticking to it. So Courtney Williams, 18.5 points and rebs for less, I think is a great pick. Again, to the next one, we're going to be talking about Alana Smith. So as you all know, Alana Smith, great player as well, and this one is for 6 rebounds and this one is for more. Now look at Alana Smith, we've actually seen her going the over in 3 out of the last 5 games, with one of them being a push, and they do face off against the Los Angeles Sparks like we mentioned before. Now when we look at the Los Angeles Sparks, they do rank 4th in rebounds allowed like we mentioned before, and on top of that, the reason why we do like the over for this situation is that Sparks actually do a very poor job at restricting rebounds to Alana Smith's position, which is that forward position, and because of that, we do like the over for this situation here. When it comes to Los Angeles Sparks and also the Minnesota game, we are expecting a good amount of volume, and we should see someone like Alana Smith, who does have a little bit of an advantage since Sparks do rank really low, restricting rebounds to that position. We definitely see her getting enough volume coming into this matchup and being able to go on the over here. Now we also look at what the bookies are saying. The bookies also have her favorite for the over as well, but on top of that, her average over the last 5, although just being 5.4, we think that is definitely going to change coming into this next matchup, especially since she is coming off a game where she did have 8 rebounds. So she should be able to keep that streak going and continue it throughout this next game against the Los Angeles Sparks. Sparks. So Alana Smith, 6 rebounds, 4 more, I think is a great pick. So as you all know, I do want to get these picks out to you as soon as possible, but PrizePicks is delayed with some of their lines. So here are a couple of players you should definitely watch out for when their lines drop. So first player we're going to be talking about is none other than Kia Nurse. Now, as you all know, Kia Nurse, great player, and she's been averaging 8.2 points, 1.1 rebounds, and also 1.5 assists. So she has done a fantastic job for none other than the Los Angeles Sparks. And like we mentioned before, they do face off against none other than Minnesota Lynx. Now, Minnesota Lynx, like we mentioned, second in points allowed, first in assists allowed, and also when it comes to rebounds allowed, they do rank 12th. So it is a little bit of an interesting one here, but when it comes to Kia Nurse, we would focus a lot more on points for someone like Kia Nurse due to the fact that she does have the highest usage rate in that category. But we actually see Kia Nurse going on the under in this situation here. When it comes to Kia Nurse, she doesn't have the highest usage rate, and because of that, we definitely see that being a huge factor coming into this matchup and a reason why we do like the under for this situation. When we look at Kia Nurse as well, you know, she doesn't have a high usage rate in the rebounding and assist department, so we would definitely, you know, stay clear of that. But on top of that, when it comes to Kia Nurse, she hasn't been having the greatest of games as of recent as well. She is coming off a game where she only had 2 points against Phoenix and another game where she had 0 actually against the Las Vegas Aces. So because of that, we think those things are going to be taken into consideration, and we do very much like the under for this situation here. So keep an eye out for Kia Nurse, especially her line. If her line is too close to these averages, definitely look to go in the under. So I think there'll be a lot of great value there. So getting to the next player, we're going to be talking about Kayla McBride. Now, as you all know, Kayla McBride has been averaging 15.8 points, 3.1 rebounds, 3.7 assists, and 1.3 steals. So she has done a fantastic job for none other than Minnesota Lynx. And when it comes to Minnesota Lynx, as we all know, they do face off against the Sparks, and the Sparks do rank 10th in points allowed. On top of that, they also rank when it comes to assists allowed 11th, and then rebounds allowed, they do rank 4th. And because of that, we do actually very much like the over for someone like Kayla McBride, but I would focus a lot more on points and assists. As you all know, Sparks do rank pretty high in that rebounding category, and because of that, I would focus a lot more for points and assists for someone like Kayla McBride. She does have a really good usage rate in that points department, pretty decent in rebs and assists, but a little bit more in the assist, and that's why we would focus on those. When it comes to her position as well, the guard, the Sparks also do a very poor job at restricting points and assists to the guard position, and I think with Kayla McBride, although Nafisa Collier is still a game time decision, she may or may not play. We think whether she does play or not, we think Kayla McBride will still have a very high usage rate coming into this game, and we definitely see it being a big factor coming into it. So because of those reasons, we are liking the over for someone like Kayla McBride, but focus more on points and assists with her category. So keep an eye out for her line. If her line is under her averages, then definitely look to go on the over, because I think there'll be a lot of great value there. Now getting to the next player, we're going to be talking about Azura Stevens, who's been averaging 10 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists for the Sparks. So, like we mentioned before, when it comes to Minnesota Lynx, they rank 2nd in points allowed, 1st in assists allowed, and also 12th in rebounds allowed. But when it comes to Azura Stevens, we would focus a lot more on rebounds and actually focus on the over in that category. When it comes to Azura Stevens, she does have a really good usage rate in all departments, but since Minnesota Lynx do rank very low in that rebounding category, we definitely see someone like Azura Stevens being able to take advantage of that. When we look at even further, you know, the Los Angeles Sparks and Minnesota Lynx matchup, like I mentioned before, we are expecting a good amount of volume from both teams, and we think that Azura Stevens should have a good amount of opportunity to be able to go on the over here. When it comes to Azura Stevens as well, not only does she have a pretty high usage rate, but, you know, when it comes to Sparks and also Cameron Brink being injured and a couple of other players who may not actually play in this game, we could see a little bit of an increase in actually Azura Stevenson's actual line, and also in her usage rate out there as well. So because of that, keep an eye out for Azura Stevens, but I would focus a lot more on rebounds like I always mention. So definitely focus on that. I definitely see a lot of value there, and we definitely see her going on the over in this situation. So keep an eye out for Azura Stevens, specifically that rebounding line. So guys, if you do want to win more bets and win more money, don't forget to join our exclusive Discord group by signing up to our Patreon. Should be a link down below in the description, or you can also find it in the pinned comment down below. Once you join, you'll have complete access to the Discord and can start winning more bets and win more money today. So guys, I'll see you over there, and I'll see you soon. Peace.